Today is Tone's Recipe Day. We're doing a feature recipe from Tones and Weber. We are going to do Cornish game hens. And you know, as always, my buddy Woody is in the house. You guys, we're going to get busy. We got a lot to do over here. We're going to get started. Come on in. Woody's waiting on me. This is cooking today. Hey everybody, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for being with us. Man, it's a great day. We have Woody in the house from Kicks 104.
Glad to be here, my man.
Man,
Good to see you
glad to
again.
have you. Man, so glad to have Woody. We love this guy. We're going to have some fun today. We are doing a simple take on Thanksgiving, a little bit easier take on the holiday. You know, if you don't have a bunch of people coming over and you want to keep it simple, if you're not like me and not having a fat steak for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Now that's a good way to go too.
This is a really good solution.
Or prime rib for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But we have like maybe 4 people in our home. Sometimes for Thanksgiving you don't need a big huge turkey, so why not give everybody their own mini chicken?
Yeah, that's a
We're
great
gonna do
great
some
call.
Roasted Cornish game hens. They're really delicious and it's super easy. You can put a ton of different spins on this with the Weber seasonings as well.
Okay.
So we're going to use today the roasted garlic and herb, but you can use the savory smokehouse.
We do have a bunch of choices, that's for sure.
Kickin' chicken.
Kickin' chicken.
They all work for this particular application. Steak and chop
Even
as
the
well.
steak and
It's
chop.
very simple.
Absolutely.
Goes on there, and all you do is slide this in the oven. It's like a TV dinner.
And that's why we love Weber so much. The blends are such a great product, a great way to get a bunch of different flavors without having to figure it out for yourself. And you get some nice choices, nice variety, the whole bit.
I think you really love the savory smokehouse on this. Adds a little bit more spice, a little bit herb.
You know that's me.
Really, really good. But today we're going to go roasted garlic and herb because that's just classic.
Okay,
It's going to work.
let's do our thing.
What we want to do is we want to cut up some of that onion.
Okay.
And you can just, like a real rough dice, because we're going to use that to fill the cavities of our birds.
Okay.
We're going to put a little bit of onion in there and a little bit of garlic and season them up with a little bit of oil to make that skin nice and crispy.
So
Simple to do.
Clean those guys up, and he said a rough chop, so just something about like that,
Yeah.
not too much work.
Doesn't have to take long at all.
Maybe 3 cuts, 4 if you need to. So here's your, I'm going to sit right there on that board for you, Woody. And you can start the stuffing process.
Yep.
Just a couple of cloves of garlic crushed and chopped.
Yes, sir. You don't even have to chop them all that much.
Okay. Just make sure you don't have any of the skins on there. And the garlic, man, that's going to give it a good flavor inside the cavity. And I'm a fan of building flavor from the inside out.
Yes.
This is the way to do it.
And it adds so much when you can just put that little onion garlic base layer of flavor in there.
Yep.
I love that stuff.
You want that for the, here, there you go, right in your hand there. Try not to cut you.
That would ruin my day, so don't cut yourself.
And we have some cool stuff we're doing with the dish too. I'm going to make some candied sweet potatoes for the dish. And the reason why I'm looking at Woody, because he challenged me a little while ago with the sweet potatoes.
I did.
It's going to be a great little addition to go with this. And the sweet potato, again, is just a variation of a Thanksgiving classic. So it's
And we're
going to be
have
good.
fun with it. And if you've got a smaller group coming over for your Thanksgiving, there's no reason to go huge and make a bunch of stuff that takes all day. This is going to be easy, and it's going to roast up in 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean, the time, it works out really, really good. Really good. That looks good, too.
So now we got, and you don't have to pack it in there. You can pack it real loose. It just helps it cook more evenly and load up some flavor.
Flavor, absolutely.
So now we're going to touch it with a little bit of olive oil.
Just want to coat it and rub those guys real, real good with the oil.
just a little oil on all of them.
And it also helps, I mean, it's good flavor, good enhancement, but it also helps us with the rub. The rub is going to stay on there really well
Much
with
better.
just that coating of the oil.
Yes, sir.
A little extra virgin olive oil never hurt anything. And I got us all set
you
right
wanna go
here.
ahead and-
Yeah, sure will. What I'm gonna do is just drag them over here. You can wash your hands, Woody, if you want to.
I wanted to put a little bit of olive oil on
the
bottom of them.
You got it. Here you go. Absolutely. And I'll move this out of the way and wash my hands.
And it's not going to hurt anything to even leave those onions on that pan.
Oh no.
Because they're going to get into some of that pan juice, and it's going to be good stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan with the onions. Okay.
There we go.
And I'm going to
See
go
the
ahead and
bottom
start.
there?
Yep, start with the bottom while your hands are dirty. I'll do
Yep,
this,
that's a
then you
good
can get
idea.
the flip for me. That looks good.
And you're really not going to overdo it, so just get it on there.
That looks good. Oh yeah, spread those wings out. You got to make sure you cover as much of the surface of the hen as possible with the rub, as much as you can. Once you get it in all the little crevices and the nooks and crannies, kind of overdo it on the breast part. There you go. Get those little wing pits going on. You hear that? That's a new term.
Wing pits.
Yeah,
I like it. That's where the Cornish game hens put their deodorant.
That looks great.
And we're going to give them plenty of room in the pan too, because that will help them cook faster and help keep that skin nice and crispy. Oven preheated to 375 degrees. We're going to put it in for an hour.
Man, it's going to be a great dish, you guys. When we get back from break, we're going to make our sweet potato candy. The nice sugar with the walnuts is going to go on our sweet potatoes. So come back with us. This is Cooking Today. So we make a real simple stuffing with some good onions, some real good garlic, just right inside the cavity of the hens. And we just give it some roasted garlic and herb Weber blend. Man, great flavors, great smells in the kitchen. Welcome back to the show. This is Cooking Today. Woody is in the house. Man, the hens smell so good, you guys. The blend, the Weber blend, just
It's perfect, and you can smell that roasted garlic
so good.
roasting even more. You know, I do a radio show,
No,
and sometimes the best stuff we do never makes the air, kind of like this.
Yeah.
Gonna wait for break and have a good time. All right. What are we doing here?
We are doing our candy for our sweet potatoes.
Candy. I like the way we're starting.
Really
here.
simple. Just a great little way to do it, man. We're going to use some walnuts today. And we first have to get that butter nice and melted in the pan. Once the butter is melted, we're going to turn the burner down just a little bit. So we're going to let it roll just like that. And
I'm stirring the butter because it makes me feel good about myself. Makes me feel like I'm helping.
I wish I had some Southern Comfort. I thought I broke some out over here. What happened to it? Have
oh,
you
there it
seen
is.
it? Oh, what?
What? Huh? No, I didn't want to. Anyway, the butter's melting nice.
And we need to add some Southern Comfort right into it. We want some good flavor from the SoCo. And it's just a really good traditional way. One I've been using for a long time. I'm an Alabama boy, and a little Southern Comfort, man, really will help the flavor in the candy sweet potatoes. It smells so good, and it's really sweet and work really good
put
for
that
the
away
dish.
for you.
You got that? You want
Yeah,
to hold on to
got
that? All right. And so the butter is nice and melted, and we're just going to turn, it's about medium right now. You can see that the butter is rolling. We're going to add about a cup of walnuts, and they're just halves. Okay, so get you a good cup in there and just let those guys, we want to let these guys toast up.
And they're kind of going to soak up some of that butter and Southern Comfort.
Absolutely. And then we're going to add the sugar in just a little bit, but just to help counterbalance the sweet, we're going to hit it with a little bit of cayenne pepper. So probably about a teaspoon.
Are you kidding me?
Just a bit of a dusting of cayenne so we can, you got to counterbalance the sweet with a little bit of heat. And the sugar from the SoCo as well. So yeah, really be a nice balance. And those should start sticking together.
The butter's starting to clarify too.
Starting to get nice and clear. And before it really gets too brown, we want to add our sugar to it. And we are using brown sugar for this. So really, we'll start with a half a cup. Just make sure our burner is turned up just good enough. And what do you want? You really want to get that moving. And we're going to keep the Southern Comfort out. The reason why, the sugar, once you add the sugar and let it start to cook, it's going to become candy. The cooler it gets, the harder it'll get. And we really want it to be pourable over the top of the sweet potatoes. So we just let it cook up. We want to let it soak up all the walnuts to soak up all that good flavor. And if it needs thinning out just a little bit, we'll add a little bit more Southern Comfort to it. You can also add an extra little cork stick of butter to it, nice. whatever it takes. But really nice flavor. And I want to get out a spoon or fork here. We'll get out a fork just so I can show everybody just how this is working here. And you can see that the sugar is just adhering to the walnut just perfectly, exactly what we want.
It looks awesome. I've never done this before, by the way. This is exciting.
And
I'm getting an education.
The more we let it dissolve, the more we let the sugar dissolve with the butter and the alcohol, the smoother it'll be. It won't be so grainy looking. It's going to be really, really good.
Do I need to keep stirring
just
it, or
keep
does
on,
it need to sit there?
You got to keep on stirring
okay.
it. You cannot let it go. But I want you to step back just so we can look at the hens real quick. We'll take just a second to get those guys a look-see. And we want to, just get a quick look at them. We know they're not quite there, and we'll get them right back in. Look at how beautiful those guys are going. Look at that.
They look fantastic.
You did good on
and
those.
Some people ask why you don't cover the ends like you would a turkey. We're only roasting these for about an hour, so you're not likely to burn your ends like you would with a turkey,
right?
When you're going to roast that all day.
Those are going great.
They smell awesome.
Yeah, and this smells really good too.
Yes, sir.
So you can see just how beautiful brown the walnuts have become. Look at those guys. Oh my goodness. And so we're going to just turn this guy down, keep it on low so it doesn't smoke. We don't want to burn any of that anymore. We just want to keep it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Can I borrow that for just a second? We're going to take this guy off of the burner, you guys, and we're going to let this just continue to do its thing without any heat to it. Man, these are going to be so good with our sweet potatoes. I'm telling you, you guys are going to dig this. Your family's going to like this dish for Thanksgiving too. So you guys stick around with us. When we get right back, we're going to bring it all together. We'll show you the sweet potatoes along with the hens. Man, this is cooking today. And the candy part of the sweet potatoes are so simple. Man, just some butter and some brown sugar. We're using a little bit of Southern Comfort. You can use bourbon, whatever you like, and just some walnuts. You can even use pecans if you want, whichever one you like, whatever flavor suits you. But man, real simple, just a nice candy mixture till it starts bubbling. Oh, such good flavor. Welcome back into the show, everyone. Man, we are rocking. We have a great candy going on here with walnuts. We have just let the Southern Comfort and the butter and the sugar just blend together real good. And we got a nice candy topping to go with our sweet potatoes. And our sweet potatoes have been cooking about the same time as our hens. And Woody, if you want to just pull that off of the burner so we don't go any further than that, those look great, man.
Thank you. I did it myself.
A little bit of spice to it. Those are going to be good. And I want to show everybody this real quick, and we'll do this, and then we'll get the hens out, okay?
Okay.
And I want to show everybody just how simple this is. Okay, so we've had these guys cooking for about the same time, and I want you to see, look at how crispy the skin becomes. And, I mean, it's real sticky, so if you wanted to do this with a pair of tongs, it would help as well. But you see how crispy that skin is on there.
And look at how the sugar in the sweet potato is caramelized.
Caramelized. Mm-hmm. And see how it runs down to the bottom. That sugar in there just runs down the bottom, and right along the edge of that, you got that beautiful color. And what I like to do is just get them peeled. Let me get a pair of tongs that I can work with here. I like getting them peeled like this, and then I'll go ahead and just plate it. Especially if you have guests and you're kind of doing family style, you want to go ahead and put it on a platter and let everybody just kind of serve themselves. But these are real easy to peel once you get them cooked. I suggest always cooking them first in their skin. That's just the best way
You're just
to
going to serve them like that.
concentrate the flavor. Yeah. Well, and just we'll show. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you. I got you.
I am a complete noob when it comes to
got
the
you.
sweet potato. I told you this.
So just get all the skin off. Make sure you get it all, and plate it. Then what I'll do, I'll take like a nice steak knife, something like that, and I will just make myself a nice little portion size like that. Just cut each one of the potatoes into about 3/4 of an inch rings, just like that. Then we'll take this beautiful candied, we'll move that guy out of the way. And I'm going to grab a spoon, in fact, Woody. I want something like this right here. So what I'll do, take these guys, sell them right over the top, just like that.
Oh, that looks good.
Then, once you get enough of the walnuts on top, and you can use pecans, you can use whatever you like, then you can just get the rest of that candy,
Oh,
the rest of that beautiful goodness, pour it right over the top. Look at that right there. Look at that.
that looks awesome.
Is that not killer?
That looks awesome.
Is that not killer? Beautiful, man. Super simple dish. All you really got to do is cook some sweet
There's like
potatoes, make some
5 ingredients in that.
6 ingredients at the most.
Wow.
And I think your guests will love it. Let's get those guys out.
they will.
Let's get those guys out.
Yes.
Here, let me
Check
get
out
those.
these hens.
And these turned out beautiful. Look. Look at that. Oh, man.
A nice crispy skin from the olive oil that we put on before we cooked. And then that Weber roasted garlic and herb seasoning sat on there just right.
So what do you think? You played it whole?
Yes, you
played
gotta
it
have the whole thing.
Just like that.
Yes, sir.
So just take that Cornish game hen. Try not to leave too much skin on there.
Yes.
Platter it right beside those. Then, as always, you guys, y'all know me. I'm going to take some fresh parsley, and that's not the knife I want. We're going to take some fresh parsley and get it prepped up. You know I got to have a good garnish. The plate has to look good. And we got to have a little contrast for the yams, for the sweet potatoes as well. So we'll just get some good garnish chopped up here. Be real quick about it. Not too much work. Get you some right over the
A little
top.
color for the plate.
Right on the plate. A little bit over that hen. A little bit goes a long ways over the top of those sweet potatoes with the walnuts, man. You cannot go wrong with a dish like that.
No, sir.
Cannot go wrong. So, let's do this, you and I. Because I want to try that hen.
Come on.
The
now.
barbarian just grabs a leg.
What's the point of having a mini chicken if you can't just rip the leg off that bad boy? Here's to you.
Woody.
Maybe
Oh my
low.
goodness. Roasted garlic and herb.
Absolutely delicious.
Great flavor, great blend. Weber, thank you so much for all your good deeds, man. What a great dish. You got to try some of those sweet potatoes. Come on.
I'm going to get
Come
in
on.
on the sweet
Come on.
potatoes
Get
right
in
now.
on this.
All right.
Get in on this. Got to get a little of that sugar.
Oh, that is fabulous.
Oh. Woody.
Taste the SoCo, too.
Woody. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Cooking Today, made with so much love.
Always a pleasure, my
man.
friend.